Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Minecraft Single Player Survival, Episode 10. Did my boat go away? It did. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. First things first, I'm going to work on the storage room, because that's what I really want to focus on at the moment. Nothing else, just the storage room. We're going to be doing other things in this episode, don't worry about that. However, this is a case where this is really a top priority. After all, we're already getting plenty of items, and I mean plenty of items in our inventory. Here we have so far is this. This is where I store the sulfur for the TNT that we're about to make. I still don't have a dedicated spider or anything else. Therefore, I need to make it. What I'm going to do is put the reeds so that I have an easier location to get reeds. Reeds themselves are pretty good. Pretty good. So let's pick that up. There. And these two will go here. Putting these there and there. Perfect. Then we block this off here. Because you see, I need a storage room so that I can keep everything together and organized. Because one of my biggest issues with the previous series, or just any series in general, was my complete lack of organization when it came to actually keeping all my items in position. This is also how I'm going to collect the reeds that fall off from now on, so that I'm not worried about the actual dropping of items. So this reed farm was actually built off screen completely. I forgot to actually show it off, which was my own fault. But then again, things happen. Things definitely happen. And admittedly, this reed farm causes lag when it's not fully up. So that in of itself is a problem that I need to fix as well. To explain something else, there are some items that I can't place. For example, I can't place an arrow on the floor without dropping it like this, but it'll despawn if I do that. So the way I do it is I mark it. We get flint, and this is gray. That will tell me that it's an arrow. I think that makes sense. And we're going to be using all of this TNT to decimate this location quite soon. In fact, I think you're actually going to see it this part. But now that I've gotten that, we can move on to actually clearing out this section. Let's see. I should also bring some cacti here so that I can just have it all here. But before that, before doing any of that, I need to follow up with the next step. And that next step will be this. So you know what, let me just remove one torch from each. I don't think I need two in each because that's a waste of torches. I want to get rid of the lighting there because as you can see there's a creeper right there. And creepers are bad. Creepers kill the player. Therefore, I must make sure they don't come after me. At least, not for now. Anyways. All of this. And then one here. Here I will place the bookshelves. The books themselves. Because books are quite relevant blocks at this point in the game. I may not need them yet. But, as a whole, bookshelves, bookcases, so on and so forth, books themselves, are very useful items. And I want as many of them as I can get. But these will. I don't think I can place a torch on TNT. But even if I could, I wouldn't attempt it, out of fear that it might actually just blow me up. I don't know if it can do that or not. I'll have to check the wiki. That was pushing me. Okay. That was weird. This one will be the cacti. Let me go get that really quickly. This is taking a while, but I'm going to point out that this is going to be progress. This is where we're going to store the wood from now on, so that I can just pick it up from here. Because going back and forth through the tree farm is not efficient in the slightest. And then I already have where I need to put the cobblestone. Let's pick up some drops from the enemies first. I think I can't neglect them for too long. It's good, you know? And over here, I'm also going to start storing saplings, because that just seems to be the best way to put them. Time to start, performing same little pattern as before. And the idea is I actually don't want this to close anything off. So I'm going to run this through the border around here instead of making it into a room, because I figured I want to be able to look at everything, making the world just look a little bit better as time progresses. Wow, we really have a lot of arrows. And we got some bones too. That's good. That's really good. Ah, yes. It's daytime, but not yet. I'm also going to put a wool location so that I can just leave wool in different colors. And the good news is that this little section that I've built off here won't be too much bigger, simply because after a while it pretty much becomes a known fact that Minecraft was very limited in the early parts of its gameplay. Are you serious? No. We're not doing that. First, cobblestone. 2. Then chest. That should help. Yep, it does. Let us take all of our gunpowder, our sulfur per se, and turn it into TNT and just start clearing out this mountain. Let's see how well that goes for us. Yeah, this is a good plan. Awesome. Yeah, we're having a bit of a situation over here. It turned nighttime while I was blowing stuff up, so I gotta wait a bit. Until then, I can continue working on this. Pretty basic stuff. Pretty basic. The cacti has fully grown, thankfully. But what do I mean when I say we need lapis, okay? Well, the good news about this game is that this game is procedurally generated, so the entire map doesn't load right away. Give all the juicy information. I think the next block I want to store is glass, because it's an item I use a lot more than I thought I did. And I also need a red flower so that I can create the spider sorter, not sorter, the spider collector. Because red flower plus a black wool will give me everything to store spiders. That's pretty much the temporary location to hold all the items, and then once it's getting full, I'll move them up. So here we have the location for skeletons. As for what happens when these get full, nothing, I just make more chests, I guess. That means I got enough. Pretty good. You know? I actually think I can start taking over this location as well. But, it's not currently a necessity to do that. In addition, I'm going to start doing what is called sneaking crafting tables in corners and anywhere else I can get one in. So, for example, here. And then, bam. Now I have a torch on the crafting table. That's how you do it, because you can't actually shift-click a crafting table. It'll just open the workbench for the ultimate plan of getting things done. Yay. Don't call PETA. Yeah, no. I guess my humor is quite dated, I'm not gonna lie. And even then, targeted to a very specific group of people. I wouldn't necessarily say that my humor is universal, because it's not. Okay, I now have a place to store gravel, which means we're getting through this. This is definitely something we're getting through. The storage room is vastly improving in size, thankfully. Because, I'm not gonna lie, if it was just this, and the other thing I've built, this would be a really bad world download. Okay, so every 10 episodes, what I'm going to do is put a world download in the description. And sorry to Progression fans and Season 1 fans, that those world downloads are no longer up. And it kind of saddens me that they're no longer up, but I mean, what am I going to do, right? If they're not up, they're not up anymore. Okay. I can't store those yet. Anyways, time to store some more wool so that I can get things done, you know? Storage. Don't worry, we have plenty of items left. I also want to point out that I have torches here. Not sure how I did that, but it just kind of let me do it. Which is nice, which is very nice. Indeed. Anyways, time to show you guys the nether, because we've worked on the nether quite a bit. We're here, back in the nether. We've made some expansions, and I'm actually going to start moving the netherrack also to the overworld for the storage. I still have more, but for now it's enough. This is going to be where we mine from now on for the next few episodes, because the new generation makes it easier to get resources. And then after this episode, what I think I'm going to start doing is trying to finish a collection of items. So try to get at least one of every item in the game that you can manually harvest and store it somewhere. And the reason for that is simple. I like items. I like having items. Having items is good. And then I'll just have junk chests for whenever I go overboard. Look at this, it looks so nice. This actually took a lot longer than I thought. Let's take this flint and steel with me. I decided to keep building in this direction, but I haven't done anything with it yet. And I don't want to harvest glowstone just yet because A, the ghast are right there and they'll shoot at me. And B, glowstone currently only drops one glowstone powder, so it's not worth it. Here's where the other nether portal is, and I apologize for any lag. It's going to happen when you have this many particle effects going off at once. So here's a cave, a double cave. So this side was a cave that I completely harvested out. There's nothing there except a few items. This is the part that I really want to show off. This part was supposed to be the thumbnail, but I think the organization room is going to become the new thumbnail. Ah, damn it. I still don't know how this works. But that's right. We got a wall of cacti. It's not fully grown yet, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get here. And the famous item that I needed, the red flower. I can get these with bone meal, but I figured I'd manually harvest some just to show them that now they spawn in the world. It's no longer yellow flowers, and Pocket Edition players will know that there was a blue flower at one point in time that no longer exists. We also now have snow biomes, given that in this direction, you can actually find the spruce trees. Let's see if I can show them off. Yep, spruce trees right there. And we also have the birch trees. Now, if you break these trees, nothing drops, believe it or not. That hasn't been added in the game, so it's not really worth going out of my way to get it. I figured I'll bring one block with me. Oh, I know how to do it. And add them here like that. And like this. It looks like naturally generated terrain after a while. Not here. Let's just put that there. Totally. I mean, from a distance you won't be able to tell. That much is a fact. I just wanted to collect these to show them off. There's a nice cave here. I could attempt to domesticate this cave. It looks pretty big. Got some coal there if I ever want to go after it. It just looks a bit too big for my liking, so I'm not going to try it yet. And even then, there's still that cave over by spawn that I haven't dug out yet. Oh, you can get out through here. Okay, perfect. Don't get in the corner, sheep. That's where I want you. That sounded really gross. sounded kinda rapey, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't mean it to sound like that. Anyways, here's where I intend to mine from now on to get the resources. But I noticed that if I dig too far, then this section here goes dark and live. So what I want to do is dig here and then start digging in, looking at chunks. So let's see here. That takes me away from the game. I want to start digging in that direction, because that seems to be the way to do things. So I'm going to just dig down here. So we made it to Y level 13, which is exactly where I want it to be. So what I'm going to do is dig in this direction, and then once this pick breaks, if I ever come back to this location, what I'm going to do is start digging in this direction, and from there, I'll be able to create locations to mine at. Let's start. Actually, my inventory is looking kind of full. I could go continue digging. The problem is that I don't have enough inventory space. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back, put all this in storage, and then come back with a clean inventory. It took forever, but we finally found it. Let's eat one of these so we can just empty out a piece of our inventory and pick this up. 3, 4, 23. Can I create a block with that? Yes, I can. And now I'm going to show off what I pulled from that mine shaft, because that was quite the trip. Bam! We got so many items. First, let's put away some cobblestone. 13, which is pretty much mining for diamond level. Strange, I know, but I mean, if you don't find any, you don't find any. Can't really do anything about that one. Okay, so let's see. Do chests burn in this version of the game? 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. They don't burn. Good. Great. Great, 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 great. So what I'm going to do next is start organizing the rest of the inventory. Oh, I actually didn't do anything with that. Perfect. Oh, wow, we got plenty. I can't pick them all up, can I? No, I can't. Okay, what I'm going to do is leave everything here to effectively just fall down, and then make more chests. Because overall, this trip was good. Today was a good day. Because I now can confirm that chests don't burn. So this will actually be the first area where I put a diamond block. You know, just to show off, right? Just to show off. And I can start putting away other items as well. I'll cut to when I can have at least the mob ones and the ore ones finished. Because this entire trip, boy, it took a while. See, there's no redstone block yet. That's in 1.5. Full release. So, not gonna happen. Just yet. I also need to get more cobblestone in my inventory. So let's do that as well. It's exactly what I want to do. So this is where I'm storing lapis. And then, what next? Put these two away. Add that there. Yes, indeed. Then, I need to start smelting. Okay, so this is how much of the storage room I've gotten done so far. I think I'm going to call it here. I've moved all of my resources here. And it's not completely finished. I still have items in the nether. I still have items underground. And other parts of the map that I'm currently blanking on. They will all be moved here. And that is the goal. Tune in next time, where I will attempt to create a little wall of every colored wool in the game. Other than that, have a nice night.